Hello and welcome to The Market Bull. I'm Rebecca Marsh. Today we begin our four-part series into oncology drug development company FivepHusion. Across this series we'll discuss their science, business fundamentals, differentiation and investment opportunity. The company's CEO, Christian Tooley, joins me now. And Christian, just remind our audience of what FivepHusion does.
We're a private biotech company located in New South Wales. We were founded by oncologists to optimize the standard of care, to solve problems that are well understood globally in the treatment of a variety of different solid tumours. We have a de-risked drug development pipeline, and we are rapidly progressing that towards registrational trials for global use.
So what is the scientific and clinical rationale for the company?
Our lead asset is named Deflexifol. It's a co-formulation of two standard of care drugs, a drug called 5-fluorouracil or 5-FU, and its biomodulator leucovorin, a drug that enhances 5-FU activity. These two drugs are currently suboptimally delivered to cancer patients for a variety of different diseases. We are optimizing their delivery, and in doing so, enhancing their safety, their tolerability, and most importantly, their efficacy to treat deadly cancers such as colorectal cancer, brain cancers, and a variety of other solid tumours, both in adults and in children.
And Christian, where are you in terms of clinical development?
We've completed 3 clinical trials to date, all very successfully. The first 2 were in adults with a variety of different solid tumours. These were patients that had failed every other therapy, and yet we saw that the majority of them received benefit from treatment with Deflexifol. We saw superior safety and tolerability, and importantly, indications of efficacy in these patients. We had a maximum tolerated dose that was some 40% higher than the standard of care use for treatment with 5-FU and leucovorin today in clinical practice. In our third clinical trial in children, we have been investigating the use of Deflexifol in the treatment of pediatric brain cancers. Again, we saw a very promising result. We saw enhanced safety, tolerability, and a maximum tolerated dose that was well above standard clinical practice.
And what do key opinion leaders think about Deflexifol, and what are the next developmental steps?
We've been very fortunate in that they're very enthusiastic. We have a number of leading oncologists working with us, both in our clinical advisory board and being involved in our clinical studies. We are developing Deflexifol with a plan to accelerate towards registrational trials. Our next clinical trials that have been heavily advised by those clinicians include a dose confirmatory trial that would lead into a global phase 3 trial in first-line metastatic colorectal cancer or stage 4 bowel cancer. And in children, we're working with leading oncologists around initiating a phase 2 study in pediatric ependymoma, the third most common brain cancer in children, for which there is a significant unmet medical need. I think the KOLs really reflect on the fact that in both of these 2 lead indications, there are very limited available options today. And the promise of Deflexifol really positions it as a really exciting proposition, as being able to move the dial on the treatment of these patients with greater efficacy, but importantly as well, with a safer and more tolerable drug.
Christian Tooley of FivepHusion, thank you so much for your time today, and we look forward to hearing more in part 2 of our discussion.
Thanks very much, Rebecca.